two negative numbers that we're comparing. Okay? So, and I know this is 7.6, but isn't that still between 4 and 9? Yeah, so it's really not going to affect our answer too much, other than it also should be negative. So, let's see. So we know both answers are going to be negative. And 7.6 is also very close to 7. And what do we get for the square root of 7? 2.6. So what do you think this answer should be? Negative 2.7 maybe, yeah. Wouldn't change it too much. And then how about negative 2 and 3/5? 2.6? Okay. So which one is larger? Huh? Remember, you're dealing with negative numbers now. Think about your number line. Yes. Negative 2.6. Yeah. All right. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to order numbers. Put numbers in order. We'll just do one quick example of that. Because I think you see one example of the next part, we'll get it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to graph the numbers on a number line. So graph numbers on a number line. And that's the ugliest and I've ever written. List them in, there's two words we should be familiar with. This is one of them. Ascending order. We want to list these in ascending order. So let's talk about what ascending means. When something is ascending, like a plane, it's increasing, right? It's going up. So we want our numbers to go from least to greatest, as opposed to descending when we want them from greatest to least. So I'm going to write that down because maybe ascending is least to greatest. And on today's assignment, you're going to get both. All right. So we want to go from least to greatest. And I'm going to give you some numbers to do this with. It's going to be a whole pi, radical 10, square root of 8, 2 3/4, and then 2.8 repeat. Okay. So I think the best way to handle this is let's try to get some decimal representations. Yes.
Pi would be 3.14.
Let's go with that. 3.14. Okay. How about radical 10? It's between 9 and... Yeah, because we got 9, which is 3, and what comes right after 9?
16.
Oh, well, not perfect square, but what number comes right after 9? 10. So square root of 9 is 3. And
Rounded it would be 3.2.
3.2? Oh, this one? Really? You checked it already? Yeah, 3.2, huh? Okay. Square root of 8. What would that be?
2.8.
Yeah. 2.8, 2.9, one of those. Let's go 2.8. 2 and 3/4. Double check. What's 3 divided by 4?
25.
What's 3/4 though? 3 divided by 4.
0.75.
Yeah. Doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to check it. There's a big difference between 2.25 and 2.75. Okay, the last one obviously is just already there. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and make a number line. Since we have to graph these on a number line, I don't know how big we need to make this. What's our smallest number? 2.75. So it'd be okay if we start at 2, right? And then we have to go up to,
3.
yeah, let's say this is 2.5. And then 1, 2, 3. This is 3. And then 1, 2, 3. This is 3.5. And I'll just go up to 4. How's that? Sorry. All right. And maybe I'll put in quarters in here. 2.25. 2.75. 3.25. 3.75. Okay. So let's get some numbers going here. First, let's find pi. Pi is 3.14. So maybe about here. What do you think?
Yeah.
That's about where pi would live. Pi lives here. Okay, we're done with that one. Then we want square root of 10. That's 3.2. Let's say it's about here. Square root of 10. Then we want square root of 8, 2.8. Let's find where that is. Well, it has to be more than 2.75, so maybe about here. Square root of 8. 2 3/4. It's just 2.75 exactly, so 2 3/4 would live here. Okay. And then we want 2.8. And repeating. So is that going to be bigger or smaller than square root of 8? 2.8 repeating. Bigger. Slightly. I'm going to squeeze it in here. 2.8 repeating. Ooh, they're all stuck in there. But now we know the order, don't we? So we graph the numbers, and now we just write them in this order. So for the last part, I'll write them as a set. That means I'm going to put a squiggly bracket. Squiggly brackets are my favorite. Okay, so what's our least number?
2.75.
Yeah, so that's 2 and well, let's write them as the actual numbers we have. 2 and 3/4, followed by the square root of 8, followed by 2.8 repeat, followed by pi, followed by the square root of 10. Okay. Yes. And that's that. Any questions? All right, so today we're going to be comparing and ordering. And be careful, sometimes they'll say ascending. So you go least to greatest, sometimes they'll say descending. So it happened to me when I was doing this myself. I got like 4 in a row that were ascending. I did the 5th one, that one was descending, and I was like, why did I get this wrong? Oh, that's why. Okay, guys, let's get to it. 2 IXLs for today. And you only need to get up to SMART score of 80, but if you want some extra credit, go higher.